out the roots, he let the beats build, bitch. And we never switch. Even if I'm rich, I'll be broke like I'm Mitch. Niggas talking down, but that's headed in the wrong direction. But I knock that shit out like the boxing section. Cause they can't touch what they can't see. All I gotta do is be the same me. All I gotta do is keep it cheap. Always be the same me. While I'm solid, boy, they can't change me. No.
We live from the boxing section, you dusty ass niggas.
Yeah, back up in this bitch. You know, a little quick daytime hitter for the crew. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody got different schedules, so we try to get some nighttime in, some daytime in. We're just here to talk about the sport, man. We're here to talk about whatever the fuck is going on, man. There's a lot of speculation, a lot of a lot of predictions of what may be to come. A lot of people talking shit. A lot of people acting like they know what's going on, and goddamn well they don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we came. We came to fuck around today. You know what I'm saying? A little daytime hitter, quick hit. Oh shit! Let me put this shit in the motherfucking comments. Let's get this link up in here. All right, there we go. But yeah, pull up, man. Shit, there's some interesting shit going on, and also some shit that we maybe haven't talked about or haven't addressed yet. You know what I'm saying? So we're just gonna tap in with that type of shit. Obviously the bigger fight, there's a Cinco de Mayo weekend is gonna be a big weekend of fights. But unfortunately that shit is about a month and a half away, and there's not much until then. We have that we have the card with Devin and Ryan and Tio and Rolly and Ramirez and Barboza. And I mean that shit's packed. I mean that's a fire ass card. And once again, who's in charge of that card? Turkey. You know what I'm saying? And then you have Canelo and William Skull. Nah, no one cares about that. But Turkey's also in charge of that. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, that fight fucking sucks. But I'm interested to see what the undercard is, knowing that Turkey usually loads his cards. And then we got Monster coming to the U.S., coming to Vegas. I'm not sure if his opponent has been announced, but his trip over here has been announced. Me personally, I would love to go see Monster anyway, man, but that's gonna be a busy weekend in Vegas. It's always an expensive trip for that particular weekend, so I'm not sure if I want to be making that trip. And if I had money to make a trip, I'd go to that New York shit. Now, Times Square, bro. Like Turkey's doing shit that's unheard of. To have a fight outside in Times Square in the middle of fucking New York City, open to the public, right? Like you can just show up and watch that shit. Now I don't know what the view is gonna be like on that bitch, right? Because from what I hear, Turkey is giving away 300 tickets to people of his choosing. I'm pretty sure a couple will be some giveaways of fans, but mostly probably celebrities and whatever. And then you will have to stand on the sidewalk or somewhere behind there. There's not like elevated platforms where you're gonna be able to see over people. So that's why I don't know how good that'll be as a fan. I mean, it'll be fun just to be walking down the street and stop and see a fight because oh shit, they boxing. But like as far as actually being able to watch the fight, it's not an arena, it's not an amphitheater, it's not something where like every couple, feet it's elevated, so you can actually see above the people you're behind it. So I mean it sounds good. Like it sounds like something tight to do, like in the middle of Times Square boxing, like open to the public. From what I understand, it's free. You know what I'm saying? You just got to get there. But like, how good is that fucking view really gonna be? You know what I'm saying? So, me personally, I would be hella mad if I flew from California to fucking New York to go do that shit, and I can't even see the fucking fight the whole time. All I see is the ropes and the back of someone's fucking head that's taller than me. You know what I'm saying? And whatnot. So, but I guess we'll see how that goes. You know what I'm saying? Pull up, y'all. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. So, in other news, you know what I'm saying? I am very interested to see what the drug testing is like for this event. Given the last fight between Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, with the whole, popping dirty shit, I would assume that Haney in particular would be pretty stringent on the drug testing, right? I feel like that would be part of his contract ongoing in his future fights of like drug test, drug test, drug test. I'm not trying to, fight against anyone that's cheating. I don't think he thinks that Jose Ramirez is cheater. You know what I'm saying? But Jose Ramirez is on the back half of his career and he might need a little extra help. You know what I'm saying? But I would think that would be a point of contention for Haney, but I haven't heard anything. You know what I'm saying? And it is also weird to me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty flabbergasting that on this particular lineup that Ryan Garcia is the main event. Ryan Garcia is the star. Ryan Garcia is definitely getting a certain kind of treatment. You know what I'm saying? Which is interesting to me because your last fight you got popped for PEDs. You've been suspended for a fucking year. You know what I'm saying? The guy that beat you, I mean, because it did get overturned, was Haney. Haney is on your co-main. And then you got someone like Teofimo, who, I'm not gonna sit here acting like I'm the biggest Teofimo fan, but I respect, what he does, what he's done, and what he does because his resume is cool. You know what I mean? He fought Lomachenko, and he fought, Josh Taylor. He's fought everyone. Comey, Nakatani. He fought pretty much everyone that was there except for, any of the four kings, as we call them. I don't know if a lot of people agree with them being four kings, but with those guys, so it's kind of interesting that Teofimo and Barboza are like the co-main, and there's no Teofimo's last fight, I don't think there's any controversy. Barboza's last fight, he beat Ramirez, but Ramirez is co-maining above him. You know what I'm saying? And same thing with Devin technically didn't lose to Ryan. Ryan's main eventing above him. Rolly lost against Pitbull and then won a fight against a nobody. He's main event. I don't really know how that shakes up. It's weird to me. I don't like it, but it is what it is. But yeah, drug testing, man. I think that's one thing that Turkey is missing from his business plan that'll really shake up the sport. And it's interesting to me because in Saudi they're pretty strict on drugs and alcohol and whatnot. From what I hear, they're getting a little more lenient because of tourism, because they want people to come. From what I'm hearing, a lot of the shit they're trying to do with sports right now is directly linked to tourism and trying to get people into the country to spend money. Because all the major sports, or not all the major sports, but they're trying to get a lot of major sports over there. So I think it's interesting that there's not a lot of pressure on drug testing yet from Turkey in particular, given the sport, given the history of the sport, and given the history of some of the fighters that he's dealing with. It's not just Ryan. There's a couple other people that Turkey's put on fights for that have a history of dirty tests. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if he's purposely turning a blind eye to that shit. I don't know if there is stringent testing. They're just not talking about it, which I don't understand why they wouldn't. But that'll be interesting to see how that develops. And I'm surprised that it hasn't been spoken of more at press conferences. I'm also surprised that there's no reporters out there asking about it. That's why you need me at that motherfucker, dog. I'm gonna ask some questions, dog. I ain't fuck all that. We're gonna get down to the nitty gritty. But as far as the Canelo fight, look, I understand why it's happening. I'm still not a fan of it happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand that Skull has the belt that Canelo needs to be undisputed to go into Crawford undisputed, so that it can be an undisputed fight. I get it. But at the same time, bro, you would have never lost that belt if you would have just fucking fought Benavidez, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I mean, we could have had this Benavidez fight 2-3 years ago with Canelo, and if he would have beat Benavidez, which hey, I think Canelo can. I'll still be rooting for Benavidez, of course, but I would say like, especially like about 2 years ago, I think for sure Canelo could have beat Benavidez. My guy,
What's up, fam? Can you hear me?
Mustache. What's up, big dog? Yup.
Man, fucking driving all over SoCal right now, working and whatnot. I'm in Fontana right now, and bro, it looks like it snowed out here. It's crazy.
California weather is wild right now, bro.
I mean,
I'm nice and
straight
sunny
up.
where I'm at, and 3 miles away, it's pouring rain.
Wow. Yeah, it's been doing a lot of that too. Fucking dogs are freaking out. How you doing though, man? What's good?
Oh, cool, man. I just decided to do a little daytime hitter because I know everybody's schedules are different. So just trying to get that morning crowd back like we used to have it. But I'm assuming a lot of people are at work right now. So
Yeah. Where's Kyle?
shit, who knows, man? Probably at one of his 12 jobs, man.
Did he? I remember the last show he was saying that he had stopped working. They let him go from the bar. Is that right?
Yeah, that's what I heard. But I heard that he already found another spot. So
Okay, that's good. Praise God.
Kyle working like his ancestors, dog. Except it's by choice this time. But
you call that elder OT, elder overtime.
elder.
Yeah, yeah.
What up, KP from KC? Pull up, KP.
What's good with the boxing game right now, though?
Man, I'm just I was just doing a quick dive. I was realizing that we really don't got shit until May, and that Cinco de Mayo weekend is packed. You know what I'm saying? We definitely got the turkey card with Devin and Ryan and T.O. and all that shit. But then we got the William Skull and Canelo, and then they just announced that Monster's coming to Vegas. So
oh yeah, does he got an opponent?
I didn't see an opponent named yet. But I also didn't look this morning to see. What's up, Daniel Berry?
Yeah, I'm expecting big things from Naoya Inoue this year. Given that he's going to fight 3 or 4 times.
I'm hoping it's MJ, dog. I'm hoping his opponent's MJ.
Man, yeah, I'm down.
Just for belt's sake.
Right, and just kind of like they've been tiptoeing around each other for quite some time.
Yeah, for sure.
It's about time they get it on.
But I was sharing, when I was on here, I was saying I think it's interesting how the drug testing point has not come up in that fight card with Haney and Ryan and shit, given the last fight with Haney and Ryan.
Oh man, well man, our favorite
DJ.
Sport, one of our favorite sports is it's not fair. It's not fair. I actually haven't got a chance to watch the pressers. I've seen some clips. I do want to watch it. But you know what, Mac? Hold up, man. Let me rant for a moment. Man.
Get on.
Bro, how is Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, and Teofimo Lopez all on the same card and they're not fighting each other? This kind of reminds me of remember when what was that that card called when they had AJ and Deontay and them all on it? What was it called?
I don't know, Day of Reckoning or some shit.
Yeah, the Day of Reckoning, right? And they didn't fight. I was like, this is what it kind of reminds me of, man. I'm just like, man, they should. I don't know. One of them should be fighting each other.
I think they're setting it up to fight each other, but they all got to win because at that day of reckoning, Wilder lost. DJ, what's up, big dog?
Gentlemen, how are we this beautiful day?
We good. We lost Steph for a little bit, but
No, I'm here. What's up, DJ?
oh, there you go.
What's going on, Steph?
Channel. I was just ranting about the Fatal Fury card. I don't like that those three top boxers are not fighting each other. They should be fighting right now.
I don't like the order of the fucking fights, bro. I don't understand how Barboza beat Ramirez, but Ramirez is co-main above him. That Tio hasn't lost, and somehow he's the third. That Haney technically didn't lose to Ryan because of the overturn shit, but he's co-maining to Ryan. Ryan's coming off a year PED suspension, but he's the main event and the star of the show. It's weird to me, bro.
Well, yeah, you just answered your question, man. Even after we saw that ass whooping Ryan Garcia put on Devin Haney, he's still the bigger star. Which is crazy, by the way. But Barboza being on the card, being lower on the card than Jose Ramirez for some reason, man. People think Jose Ramirez is some type of star when I don't think he sells anything outside of Fresno. And I've made my feelings known about Jose Ramirez before. He lost me some money when he lost to Josh Taylor, and I feel like I didn't like the way he dug Regis and tried to make it seem like, Regis was a nobody, but Regis was the title holder at that point. So it's a weird situation. And Tio has lost. He lost to possibly the biggest overpaid bum in the sport, George Kambosos.
No, I'm saying he hasn't lost recently.
Well, no, he hadn't lost recently, and he wasn't wrong. He is the only champion on this card.
Yeah, that's why it's weird that he's third.
Yeah, he's not wrong, but Tio needs to go ahead and just double down on this villain role thing. Just double down on it, man. And I like what he was doing at the press conference, just poking at everybody like, y'all way too friendly up here, man. What's up?
Yeah,
y'all trying to fight or what? So
it's just this error. My bad. Go ahead, DJ.
No, go ahead, man.
I was just gonna say, man. No, you go ahead. I'm all over. Go ahead, brother.
But yeah, it's just weird how friendly they were, man. And Barboza's everything he said. Look, you don't want to fight me. They made you fight me. You don't want to fight me. And I thought that was very intriguing with T.O.'s rebuttal. He was like, yeah, well, we fighting now. We fighting now. Yeah, because they made you fight me. You've been ducking and dodging me for a long time. And he has every right to feel that way. And going back to the Inoue thing, MJ better tread lightly because he's been out here very vocal, thinking that somehow, some way, Inoue is ducking him. He don't want to fight me. He ducking me. He don't want to fight me. Last person that pissed MJ off, it didn't work out too. That pissed Inoue off didn't work out too well for him, and that was Cool Boy Steph. So Inoue tends to fight better when he's mad, which is crazy in and of itself. But something tells me. Go ahead.
No, I don't know. Has MJ been announced as the opponent, or it's all
no. He's not. He's not fighting him next. No. Inoue has another fight.
They just announced Inoue in Vegas on Cinco de Mayo weekend, but they didn't announce an opponent.
What's his name? Caceres or something that starts with a C. He's fighting that guy. And Espinoza is going to be defending his WBO title on that card too.
Big Dub, pull up, big
the
dog.
Tall guy, right?
Dub right side, yeah, go Birds.
Oh, you're sick, DJ. Oh my god.
I'm not letting it go.
Off topic though, D. Man, I thought y'all should at least ran it back with that squad, man. And the only reason why I say that is because that squad bought in. Those guys, like I was watching interviews leading up to the Super Bowl and after it, and they're especially on what was that Club Shay Shay, the one with Ocho when they brought on the Kobe
Oh,
Dean,
nightcap.
and he was given really good details about how the defense bought in Vic. Um, so but I get it. Howie Roseman is not only a businessman, but he's a really good GM. He knows talent. He knows how to trade for it and build them up and develop them, and that's kind of like the money ball. It's like a new modern wave of like money ball for the Eagles. That's what they're doing, and I think that's what the Niners are going to do. That's why they got rid of their team like the Bills. But back to the Eagles, I just felt y'all should have ran it back. Really talented group. And yes, I was jealous, and yes, I was sick when y'all won. But I was really happy for the Texans. I was happy for the Texan and Jalen. I was really, really happy
But
for him. I wish he was my quarterback, but he's not.
but this is the thing, Steph. You got to look at it, man. Howie's looking 2-3 years down the road, right? We knew going into this offseason that Milton Williams was going to want a big payday. Josh Sweat was going to want a big payday. Darius Slay was owed, I think, $4 or $5 million going into the last year of his contract. James Bradbury, albeit he tore his Achilles, and I think he only played 2 games last year. He was due $9 million on his contract coming up. Howie Roseman's looking 2-3 years down the road. We got to pay Jalen Carter.
Yeah, he's gonna get $100
We got to pay Jalen
too.
Carter, and
Jalen Carter's gonna get $100 million.
After next season, Jalen Carter is probably gonna get an enormous bag. So he's preparing for that.
He's getting $100 million, no doubt.
Oh, well over that. That.
No, I was saying guaranteed, like for sure.
Yeah, man, we talking Myles Garrett, Max Crosby money. So he's preparing for that, and he's probably going to do an extension, something the Bengals should have done with Jamar Chase a long time ago. Instead of just giving these guys now. Yeah, they screwed. They're done. They're cooked.
Yeah, man. That's my dark horse team too, man. The GM and their whole front office is like just bogus right now, including the owner.
It ain't even necessarily the front office. They have the cheapest owner in the league. He really don't spend a lot of money. So you got to look at Joe Burrow is making $275 million. He's got a $275 million contract. They paid their left tackle Orlando Brown $75 million. They're eating up a lot of money. And you look at our team, our offensive line, Saquon Barkley, A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts, and Devontae Smith are eating up a lot of money. So you're not going to be able to keep everybody. That's the downside of winning a Super Bowl. Number one, everybody's going to want your players, and you're not going to want to keep everybody. You're not going to be able to keep everybody. And we have a lot of young guys who we drafted. It's time to see if they got the goods or not. Keely Ringo, who we drafted out of Georgia a couple years ago, it's time to see whether or not he can play. Sidney Brown, who we drafted out of Illinois last year, it's time to see whether or not he can play. Lewis Kine, who we got from Buffalo, it's time to figure out whether or not some of these young guys can play. So I understand the moves, and we've got 20 draft picks over the next 2 drafts.
That's crazy.
It's a reason why we're paying our offensive line coach, Jeff Stoutland, and our defensive line coach, Coach Hurt. It's a reason why we're paying them more than a lot of offensive coordinators getting paid in this league.
No, they're real coaches.
Yeah, they've done a great job at drafting and developing, but that's my thing.
Yeah. I'm with it. I'm with it. Shit. Kind of back to boxing, though. And good luck defending champs. Good luck. Can't believe I'm saying that, but good luck.
Thank you, Steph. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man, talented team. Can't knock the hustle. Man, Jalen Hurts, man. Everyone just loves that guy. Kind of back to Dev. From what I was telling Max earlier, that I haven't seen all the press conferences. Yeah, I've only seen the first one, just bits and pieces. But after that, I've just seen clips of the others. It seems like Devin is, he's chill, man. He's just chilling. He's kind of acquiescing to everything, and he's found some peace. I know he mentioned that he became a father over the break or his time away from the ring. But please, if you guys saw, what happened with Todd Gresham and Bill Haney, and Bill was
Todd Gresham was being biased and
Todd
As
sucking
always.
Ryan's dick up
As
there.
always.
Hey, but he wasn't wrong in saying that he had heart, and it doesn't mean he has chin. Look, having chin means that you ain't touched the floor, dog. That doesn't mean that you could get up after you did it. Like, having chin means that you never hit the canvas. That's all that means. Or that you never
Yeah.
got or you never got wobbled. Right? That's the wobbler. Like, okay, if you got wobbled but you never went down, people can still say you have some chin. But like, hey, he got knocked down, he got back up. That shows heart. And Grisham did say that. He's like, oh, it means you got heart. Because Haney's like, well, I got up every time, so it shows I do got chin. Like, that doesn't show you got chin.
Yeah, Jose Ramirez made the comment about it's going to be his job to test Devin's chin, and Devin, rightfully so, got offended by that. He was like, "I got up every time." He made the remarks, "I got up every time." So how I don't understand these questions about my chin when I got up every time. It was like, nah, bro, we've seen your legs lock a few times when you got hit, dog. Like. Having a chin means somebody can hit you in the face with a shovel and you not move. So
yeah, Canelo.
I mean, among other people.
Yeah,
but like they praised the most protected fighter in boxing history, Gennady Golovkin. They praised his chin. So, and he did have a good chin. I'm not gonna take that away from him. He had a good chin, but
but he never really fought big power punchers either, though.
Hello.
You know what I'm saying? And this is a problem I have with Devin. I'm scared for Devin's future. I'm not going to lie. And I was there for the rise. He became undisputed. I was happy like everyone else was. But now he can't make weight. They're fighting at a catch weight of 144. I don't think he's strong enough to go to 147 and challenge.
Welterweight. Wait, hold up. I thought it was welterweight.
Technically, it is, but they're fighting at a catch weight.
Why? What's the reason for that? Who wanted that?
I don't know.
That's
what's being reported. I don't know if it's facts.
That's real fast. That's new information, man. Like, I was under the impression that this was a welterweight fight. I heard Jose say it. I heard Devin say that. I heard someone ask Devin and say, "Are you at this weight class?" And he said, "Yes." And then I'm looking
anything over 140 will be considered welterweight. Even
that's
if
why I said technically it is a welterweight fight because it's above 140, but it's below 147. So technically it is a welterweight fight, but I think they've agreed to come in at a catch weight.
Yeah. But my thing is, I don't think Dev is strong enough to actually make a run at 147 yet. He might get there.
Brian Norman Jr. killing. Brian Norman Jr. killing. Brian Norman Jr.
I'm saying and his chin, right? If he's already getting knocked around by these dudes, imagine fighting 147 pounders. And in addition, he don't have the power to keep people off of him. So now he's stuck in a situation where he outgrew the lighter weight classes. And he's going to have to become a pure boxer, which he has the capability of doing. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, fantastic skill. Fantastic. Never doubted Devin's skill. It's just if you can touch him, you got a chance.
And unfortunately, you can touch him.
Yeah, and it's something about it. And I've said this from going back to his fight with what's my guy JoJo. I said this against Loma, and same thing with Ryan. For some reason, left hands give him trouble. Even though he's not fighting a southpaw in this fight.
Mayweather alluded to that about the way his positioning of his hands when he throws his jabs and he throws his shots. He doesn't come back.
Yeah, he poses and takes pictures when he throws his jab. He throws a power jab. His jab ain't really snappy. Everything he really leans into his jab. So he has one of those, not as much power, but he has that Lennox Lewis type jab. Where Lennox Lewis developed his jab as a punch that can knock you out too. So
Yeah, I don't know. It's I mean, like I said, I'm fearful for Devin's future because I could see Ryan and Rolly being strong at 147. You know what I'm saying? Because they have a strong build. I could see you know I don't know and now we're not going to see Tank versus nobody because everybody's moving up to 147. Tank damn sure ain't moving up to 147.
No, Tank is a little guy, man. I think that point escapes a lot of. Tank is little. He's little, man. It's not like with Pacquiao, and I hear a lot of people bring up Pacquiao. He had really big legs, right? That's what everybody knows in boxing. That's where your power comes from. Tank is not built like Pacquiao was built. So he's probably not going to be able to go up to 147 and 154 and still carry his power. Tank could probably still make 130 if he wanted to.
Yeah,
He
but
could.
gentlemen, you know, who is that? Tank is first off, he's an anomaly, and he's in a interesting case. I say interesting case because his blessing is that he's able to choose his fights, right? Like almost anyone else, but Tank is really able to choose his fights.
Uh-oh, we lose Steph.
We lost you, Steph. We lost you. Probably getting a call.
I'm here. I know I'm here. It's because my screen keeps locking down. But I was saying that I've been a big proponent on Tank going to 147 and doing damage, mainly because he's going to choose, and I can say this about anyone else that he's compared to, they'd probably choose guys at that weight class that they know that they would have an advantage over. I mean, both of you guys are kind of, you're hesitant to give Devin some credence at the weight. Fair enough, because he's never fought there. But also at the same time, I mean, Devin's big. He's big enough to be there. He's just got a skinny frame like me, but he's there, man. He's there. I mean, go back to that fight with Regis. He bigger than him, man. Regis could fight at 47. He's just short.
No, like Dev's big because he's tall and he's long, but I'm saying he's not strong enough and doesn't have the chin, I don't think, to compete with like Boots or Stan Leonis or I mean, I think he has a boxing skill to be Brian Norman, but then he becomes this boring fighter. And the thing about Dev is this shit is getting to him. That whole like you not knocking people out shit has been getting to him. We can tell by the way he's fought his last couple fights. He's trying to sit down his punches more. He's trying to knock dudes out. He just don't got it. At some point, you got to accept you're just not that guy. You got to just play his strengths and let people hate.
No bigger example of that, Mex, to your point, than the second Kambosos fight. My God, God bless him. He tried to knock Kambosos out. He tried, and he couldn't do it. And then you see Lomachenko come in there and stop Kambosos, put a whooping on him and stopped him with a body shot. So God bless him. He tries, but I think he needs to go back the way our guy, Sweet Science Examiner, once said. Dominate the way you dominate. Stay on the end of that jab. Keep that hand up. Like we're not saying anything that his father or the trainers in his corner don't already know. But it's putting it into practice, man. I don't understand what it is. As good as Devin is, right? I don't understand why he keeps getting hit with the same punches. It's either a straight left or a left hook. And Ryan was right. It don't matter if I was on anything or not. It don't help you block a left hook. It don't help you block a straight left. Because Loma wasn't on PEDs and he kept touching him with that straight left. Now, he was beating Loma up to the body, but Loma kept touching him with the straight left, and Jojo Diaz was touching him with the straight left, albeit they're southpaws. But something that, like, really takes away from the Osterine argument for me. Now, Ryan, he's a real POS for being on Osterine, right? But going into that fight, I don't think a lot of people remember this. Devin knew Ryan was on BS going into the fight because he knew Ryan wasn't going to make weight. He knew it. Didn't care. Still took the fight. Still went. Like I know he's not training. He's not taking his fight serious. I know he's gonna come in overweight. I don't. How I forgot how much it was exactly that they bet that Ryan was going to, for every pound you come in overweight, you owe me, what was it, 300,000, 500,000, something like that. He knew Ryan was going to come in overweight, and he still went in there thinking he was going to beat Ryan. So everything after that, like, you knew from that, if he knew he wasn't going to make weight, and I'm a proponent of, let's not drug test anybody. Either we're not going to drug test anybody, or we're going to drug test everybody. I don't like just drug testing certain guys over and over and over. And that's for any combat sport. Either we're not going to drug test at all, or we're going to drug test everybody.
Isn't everyone supposed to be getting drug tested?
No, it depends. It depends.
All right,
because
there you go,
got to
right
pay
there.
for
That's
that.
fucked up. If everyone's
It
supposed to be getting
depends.
drug tested and everyone's not getting drug tested, I mean, what the shit is that shit?
All I can tell you is when the UFC started using USADA, I know the guys and girls on the prelims weren't getting drug tested. It was only the main card fighters that were getting drug tested.
Why? What's the reason behind that?
Because it's very expensive to drug test fighters.
Yeah, it's super expensive. It's
It's
crazy.
very expensive to drug test.
It's even more expensive to test for the shit you need to be testing for. So when I saw the golden snitch on Joe Rogan shit, and he was explaining the drug testing breakdown, he said they have a basic test that covers maybe about 75 to 80% of shit, but it doesn't cover HGH. It doesn't cover EPOs. Those are completely different tests that cost like way more money to add on to the package. And so therefore they don't test for a lot of that shit still.
Because it makes you remember, you follow MMA, UFC same way I do. You remember they were only testing for, anabolic steroids, weed, all that stuff, right? Cocaine. Then once they started going into the more stringent testing, then that's when you start seeing guys pop for diuretics. They started popping for EPO. It's like, whoa, okay.
Well, even the EPO, from what I understand after that TJ stuff, even the EPO it's not in the standard drug test. It would be if they found something in that standard drug test that made them think, hey, we need to go check for EPO because we found this other shit in there. But otherwise, they're not testing for it unless they have a reason, because it costs too much money.
Yeah, it's and that expense is bared on the promoter. So if Golden Boy put on a card, they would have to pay for every single last one of those fighters to get drug tested.
They ain't doing that.
So, we could pay for everybody. Well, let's just do the main event. Let's just drug test the guys in the main event.
Yeah, that's drug testing is a big thing. That's why I was saying with the Turkey card, I'm surprised it's not a point because of the way that Ryan and Devin ended. I'm surprised that reporters haven't asked about it. It hasn't been said by anybody if the drug testing is going on, what kind it is, and I would think, if I'm Devin Haney, drug testing is going to be a part of all my fights now. You know what I'm saying? After that. You know what I'm saying? So, I would think that there's been a discussion at least.
I don't think they're drug testing at all over there.
Which is even more interesting given their culture.
I really don't, man. I really don't. I don't think they drug testing at all on Turkey's cards. That's just my personal opinion. I have nothing to base that off of other than how all of a sudden, even though Joseph Parker is only, 33, I think he's 33, 34 years old. It seems like he's had a resurgence in his career since he's been fighting over there. You look at certain guys who've had a resurgence in their career or just look ungodly since they've been over there. It's like, something in the milk ain't clean.
Yeah, but then again, who is Joseph Parker really beat? I mean, he beat a old, beat down Deontay Wilder. He beat Big Bang Zhang, who I told everybody was overrated to begin with. He just got famous because of Joe Joyce shit. And I mean, who's he really beat?
got a
just
lot of
knocked out.
heavyweights, Max.
Yeah,
He's
he
got
just
a nice.
knocked out Bacoli. But Bacoli, I don't think Bacoli trained for that fight. I think it really
Yeah.
is what he
And once
said.
again, when
He was
did
like, I
Bacoli
took the
become
fight for the
big?
money.
Because he fucking beat Jared Anderson.
Bacoli
You know what I
kind of
mean?
sucks,
Come on.
bro.
Hmm?
I said
Bacoli just got
sucks, man.
notoriety because of Jared Anderson, dog. Bacoli's whole career is based off the Jared Anderson fight.
I mean, that's fine, but like, man, he kind of sucks, man. He's alright. Like, I don't think he's like a absolute world beater. I don't think he's like that much better than the top guys. He's just kind of like right there. But then again, you guys are talking to somebody like who doesn't like these 300-pound heavyweights. Like, you should not weigh more than 220, man. You should not. There's no
265.
reason for you to weigh more than fucking 200. Like go back and look at those like old heavyweights, man. Those guys are like 204, 206, 210, 212.
Well,
Like,
I mean,
George Foreman
athletes
wasn't.
have.
Ken Norton
I'm about to
wasn't.
say athletes have gotten bigger, stronger, faster since then. So I mean, Lennox Lewis was every bit of 260, 270.
yeah,
So
but, you know,
David
the Klitschko's were what, 240. I think the ideal heavyweight is anywhere between 240 and 260.
that's too damn big, man. You
Nah,
gas out.
I say
so
the
quick.
heavyweights are the kings of the world. There is no fucking weight limit. You get in there and you thug it out, baby.
Oh,
There ain't no
gosh.
we ain't no pussy ass
Get that
145
slop.
pound man. You know what I'm saying? We kings of the world, dog. We take on everybody. 400
I get
pounds,
there
500
is
pounds.
I get there is no
Big
weight
Kev.
limit in boxing as far as heavyweight, but you look at all the champions, right? The cream of the crop, all of these guys, besides Deontay Wilder, and you get exceptions like Deontay Wilder and Muhammad Ali and Usyk, guys who could starch guys at 215, 220, 225, but the ideal heavyweights that I've seen in my generation of watching boxing are between 240 and 260.
That's a fact.
What's up, Kev?
What's up, Kev?
Man, I'm sore as hell.
Been working
Yeah, bro.
out?
I'm at 220 right now. My goddamn self. I'd be a heavyweight if I got off the couch today.
Damn, I wish I was 220 right now.
You feel
Yeah,
me?
Max,
Man, I ain't been
you're
220
probably-
since the 7th grade.
You're not
Really?
fucking tip-top shape, though, right now.
That motherfucker's shopping in the men's department in the 7th grade. God damn.
You hear me?
Big
You hear me?
the big men section.
You feel me?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was 225 in the 7th grade, man.
God
And ain't
damn,
seen him
dog.
since.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, man.
your head's at least 150, so that makes sense.
I mean, and
football,
you know,
200? God dang, man.
and look, I was small.
God, dog, man.
So like we built different down here, man.
college football?
cornbread.
Yeah, I did.
Where'd you play
And I was
at?
small,
Alabama
and I
A&M?
was small there. Yeah, I was small there. I was 275, 280 when I got to college. And I was small as an offensive lineman. I was small, and I played at a D2 school.
Crazy, man.
Yeah, man, these guys are like when, and that was my explanation for saying, when I saw Joe Joyce in person, I was like, he's not big. He's not that big. I thought he was a lot bigger than what he was. I was like, no, he's not that big, man. He's tall, but he's not that big.
He's like 6'2"?
No, he's like 6'5", 6'6".
How tall is Joe Joyce? Like 6'2"?
No, Joe Joyce is way taller
He's
than
that tall?
Yeah, he's minimum 6'4", but he's probably like 6'5", 6'6".
Yeah, he like 6'5", 6'6". He's tall.
He got big hands though.
And you know
Yeah.
what?
Construction worker hands.
And you know what? Joey Joyce fucking sucks. Oh my gosh.
Slow Joe. But
My goodness.
just coming up in the South playing football, like he ain't big to me. He's average size.
Right. No, you're right. I was just having this conversation with my brother the other day. Like, man, football players, you got to think like an offensive lineman, right? Who's like 6'6", 300. like
He'll
fucking
run 4 or 5.
all in shape. Nah, they're big, man. They're anywhere between like 6'3" to like 6'8". They can come in that size, huge. But like, you got to think like they can get off their line in like 2 seconds and toss another 300-pound man like a crouton, like it's nothing. Like
So, and I used to tell people all the time when the question came up was, what happened to the American heavyweights? Go look at the offensive and defensive lines in the NFL. That's what happened to the American heavyweights. Look at Myles Garrett.
Yeah, that guy's a freak of nature, man.
Look at Aaron Donald, right? Look at Jalen Carter, 6'3", 320.
Aaron Donald kind of short though.
Off topic though, did you guys? What was this like 4 or 5 years ago when Aaron Donald got in trouble at that club for like beating the shit out of that one dude? Dog, go look at the pictures of the guy's face.
Oh, I've seen that shit.
Oh my gosh, like that's what I'm saying, man. Like, man, you can't mess with no football player, man.
These are enormous athletes.
And
Lane
crazy,
Johnson,
right?
my God,
like,
Lane Johnson is 6. What they want to say, 6'6", 6'7".
Look at
walking
the
around
guy.
at 300. Yeah, Mailata. Oh my God. Jordan Mailata is 6'8", 330 pounds.
And never played a snap until he got to the pros. Oh my
Jeff
gosh.
Stoutland, baby. Stoutland University.
My gosh. It's crazy.
So that's what happened to the American heavyweights. They're all in the NFL and NBA. I remember Joe Rogan brought up the point. He was like, we are so lucky LeBron James did not want to fight.
Nah, he ain't got no heart. He ain't got no daddy.
I'm gonna have to agree with Max. And that's my guy.
Yeah.
Like LeBron ain't
He beat
built
Jared
like that. None of those
Anderson.
NBA
That would be
players
Jared
are built
Anderson
like
part
that.
2. What if LeBron doesn't want to fight?
NBA players ain't built like man. They don't want no smoke, man.
Not
no
all
smoke.
of them.
That's
Not all of them. Some of them do.
Hey, just remember,
even if they do,
there's-
man, it's like a slap war and like a choke war.
Did you know, interesting
And,
fact,
like-
there's never been a Super Bowl winning quarterback that didn't have a dad in their life. Ain't that something?
Gotta love that. But what was I saying real fast? Like, what was I saying? Yeah, the NBA. Like, if you watch the ESPN like ESPY Awards, right, bro? Ain't no one. All those athletes in that room, ain't nobody fucking with no football player, bro. Like basketball players, sit your fucking lank ass down, man. You get fucking tossed real quick.
I mean, you get exceptions to the rule, like a Kenyon Martin. Kenyon Martin will throw down.
Yeah.
Kenyon Martin would throw down. Charles Oakley would throw down. Charles Oakley in his 60s still trying to fight people.
Johnson.
I say,
Oh, you talking about JJ? Yeah. But he's a martial artist too.
Yeah. Undefeated.
Who's a martial artist?
What's his name? James Johnson? Yeah. I think he's on the
MMA. Undefeated.
Yeah, he's like
was a martial artist too.
Like he's like a 3rd degree black belt in karate or something like that.
Nah, man,
there's not one person
I'll pull out my
that's
38 on his
far.
ass.
You're gonna have to.
Another guy, Zach Randolph.
Oh yeah, GD.
Zebo would throw. Imagine if Zebo actually wanted to fight. Zebo was what, 6'3", 6'4", 300 pounds.
No, he was like bigger than that. He was a power forward. That was like 6'6" minimum, maybe 6'7".
And I looked.
Was Zach Randolph that tall? I didn't think he was that tall.
Yeah, man. Zach Randolph. He's tall, man. He's like 6. Yeah, he's dead. He's probably even taller. He's probably 6'9". He's 6'8" though, for sure. Easy, because like I was like I said, I was in that little airport buying some headphones.
6'9".
And I turned around.
He's 6'9".
Yeah,
so Google says.
He's tall, man. And
which means he's really 6'7".
Like, sky blue Jordans.
Yeah.
And I looked up.
Facts.
And I was like, damn, man, fucking Zebo, man. He was like, what's up, man? And real nice guy, man. But yeah, he definitely like he throw some bows, man. You don't want to fuck with him.
DeMarcus Cousins.
Nah, he's
Soft.
soft. He's soft.
No, he not soft. Y'all not gonna do my
Nah,
Alabama
soft.
brother like that. He not soft.
Soft.
Nah, he's soft. Nah, he all
Nah,
talk,
he
bro.
ain't soft.
He all talk, bro. He's soft. Nah.
Oh yeah. Kind of like KG.
I'll pull out the 38
I
special.
got
just
one
for
for
him.
you that ain't soft and will throw down.
James
Another
Blake.
one of my Alabama
And I
brothers,
like
Ben
DeMarcus
Wallace.
Cousins.
Who?
Ben Wallace.
Oh yeah, Ben Wallace. He truth. He truth. Steven Adams. Truth.
I don't know. He got dumped on his head last night by Mason Plumlee. So
Yeah, but
Ben
it's
Wallace?
because he chooses to.
Steve Adams.
That's because he
Oh yeah,
chooses to.
he's soft, man. No,
He knows what extent it can get to, dog.
The dude, he had to go get a tattoo to be tough. Like, nah, he's soft, bro.
Nah. He's a peaceful giant, fool.
And I did like him on the OKC. I ain't gonna lie, but shit, OKC had some players, man, throughout the years, man.
Shout out to Sam Presti, their GM.
Yeah, they had Cephalosha, man. They fucking had
And
a lot of people.
where's Deuce Times at? I wanna ask him about that. How does he feel that the
Oh my
Clippers
God.
gave all of these draft picks came from the SGAs, the Chet Holmgrens, all these guys, Lou Dort, all these guys came from that Paul George trade.
Yeah, man. Hey, yeah, it's gonna be up to OKC to run away with it this year. They looking good, man. They looking real solid. They looking real good. Today,
I'm gonna say this, and I know they just beat them. I'm gonna say this: it's Boston world, and we just living in it.
yeah, yeah. Boston, typical Boston though, man. Long, lengthy, can get all the boards. Now they shooting threes like everyone else. I mean, literally. So like, yeah, like they're tough. I guess the only thing I'm trying to see, man, like I'm just trying to see if their coach is for real. Like if he really like that, if he's really that good. Because I feel like he got
Joe Mazzulla?
Yeah, I feel like he got handed that team, man. I don't care what nobody's saying. But I like
Fair
him.
enough.
I just want to see if he could really do it. And if they get it done this year, then yeah, I'll give him full props, no doubt.
Is as I said this, man, especially in that Eastern Conference, I'll be surprised if they lose 3 games the entire playoffs until they get to the finals.
So what you're saying is
What
you have no
about
faith in
the
Cleveland.
Cavaliers, though? Are the Cavaliers any good still?
Cavaliers are best in the
Yeah, they're
East.
good. Yeah, they're number 1 team in the East.
I kind of like them, man, because they tall, like that paint area is tall. That's what the Mavericks are trying to do. They tried to get big in the paint because they got out rebounded by the Celtics like that last year. But
Man, the Mavericks pissed down their leg, man. I don't know what their GM is doing, but
Yeah.
he ruined that team.
man.
I think
You know what?
Luka
Like,
fucked his bitch or something, dog. Something had to happen.
Nah. None of that is true, man. None of that's true. Look. I was just as shocked as anyone else, man. You know, we just finished watching that fight, and we all got that message. And I was on the phone with my brother, and I was like, God, dog. I was like, Eris, like, you see this shit? I was like, they just traded Luka Doncic like to all teams, the fucking Lakers. But
Yeah, that's crazy.
But there's a lot of connection there, man.
And LeBron lied. That motherfucker knew about it.
No, I don't think he knew. I don't think he knew.
I think he did.
I mean, does it
I don't think
matter
he
though,
knew. I
man?
I don't think he agreed,
like,
but I
LeBron
think
ain't
he
bigger
knew.
than the game, bro. Like it is
Bro,
what
that
it
fool
is.
had control of their draft. You think they didn't tell him we're gonna go get Luka, and he's smart enough to know Luka's better than AD?
Yeah, but like, who is that? What's his name? Pelinka still can put together a good team, man. Like I can still give him that. Like it
was a win for the Lakers for sure. But I'm saying for Bron to act like he didn't know, that motherfucker knew, dog.
I truly believe this, Max, and I've gotten mixed reactions. Of a lot of people think he knew, but it's a lot of people that are like, "No, why would he trade Anthony Davis, his homeboy?"
Because Anthony Davis is trash, bro. He's trying to win a chip.
Anthony
He's trying
Davis
to get
not
that
trash,
6, bro.
man.
Well,
Stop
he
that,
needs to
man.
get
There
another
you
chip.
go.
Here's the thing. Like, no. Like, after a while,
What's Anthony Davis doing right now?
Yeah, but Max, but after a while, nobody is good enough to play with LeBron James. Like that's my
Okay,
like
put it this
that's
way. Okay, let me raise you one. Anthony Davis in his prime, his best season he ever had in his life, versus Luka Doncic. Dog, it's still not a question, bro. It's a no-brainer, dog. Like, come on, man.
again though.
I
Again,
mean,
no.
Anthony
After
Davis
a
actually
while,
rebound and play deep. He can score, rebound, and play defense. So,
He can't stay on the fucking court.
you know what's crazy about that? You know, Luka's missed more time in the past 2 years than Anthony Davis.
And still made the
yeah,
finals.
because Luka Doncic is 300 fucking pounds, man. Like he a big dude, and like like what am I trying to say? I remember going back to COVID, going back to the bubble, when I heard murmurs. My dad, every time I go home every summer, chill with my parents, my dad always gives me like all the gossip on all the teams and shit, and all the homers in Dallas. And 5 years ago, my dad was telling me they were thinking about trading him and bringing in a new ownership and going to Vegas and whatnot. And I told him, I was like, man, you crazy. I was like, they ain't gonna do that. And sure enough, you keep taking the ball and dribbling it for 25, 30 seconds and then throwing a shot up. You do that enough times, man. Yeah, I'll get your ass up out of there, man, real quick. And Jason
But
Kidd, here's
Yeah,
the
I'm
thing.
with I'm with Max on this point. I don't know what Luka did to piss off that GM.
No,
he
man,
did something.
Luka.
He did something.
Look. I love
Bro,
Luka,
because we
man, but
saw it
like,
after the finals when they took the beer away from him, bro. Like, what the
yeah,
fuck?
but Luka's not a team guy, man, and Jason Kidd is.
He
And
is the team.
here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Jason Kidd didn't want him traded either, so it's not Jason
But I say,
Kidd.
No,
did you not
Jason
see
Kidd.
how
No,
sick Jason Kidd was after they
That
traded
nigga
him?
look like a hostage, bro.
no, Jason Kidd. He wanted to trade him. Jason Kidd.
No, hell
Uh,
no.
no,
No,
listen, Max.
that I don't buy
Listen,
for 1 second.
Jason Kidd's
listen.
coaching
No,
career is about to be
listen.
over now because of that damn trade.
No, man. Listen, brother. Listen, dog. Fucking Jason Kidd. Him and Luca, they butt heads, man. They don't get along. Like that's real. Like that's been known. And
But you
even
gonna trade him for
before,
Anthony Davis though? You're like, if he
well,
wanted to get rid of Luca, it would have been for another star.
again, man, I'm not in the room making those decisions, and I agree with you, man. Like I
Neither
didn't
was Jason Kidd.
look. I wanted to keep Luca, but obviously he's not that guy, bro. He's not that
But
guy right now.
but to add on to that, man, like you got to remember, Jalen Brunson was drafted by the Mavericks.
Right.
Like they've made some bonehead moves in hindsight in these past few years, man.
I feel like ever since Mark Cuban kind of gave up his role, they've been
No,
weird
I'm
shit.
telling. That's what I was trying to get to, Max. No, look. Rick Carlisle, he was not fired. Rick Carlisle left because of Luka Doncic. Doesn't like him. He could not get to him. They tried to make things work. They really tried. And when he gave up the job, right? And I know Rick. I got to meet him and Jet Terry and who was that? The white boy used to shoot Parsons back in the day at the gas station back in the day.
Oh, Chandler Parsons.
Royce. Yeah, but
Solid individual.
Rick Carlisle told Jason Kidd, bro, straight
Oh, we lost it again, big
up,
dog.
hey,
There we go.
and look at us now. Did you hear what I said though?
No, we lost a piece of that sentence.
I was saying that Rick Carlisle warned Jason Kidd beforehand. He said, "Look, dude, this guy's a fucking headache. Watch out. Watch out." And look what has happened now.
I mean, name a star player in the league that don't butt heads with their head coach.
Well, that's not the point I'm making, though.
Like, not everyone's gonna be dirt, dog.
The point, no. Well, see, that's just it. Dallas is a city where they wanted their great white hype and shit. But once they got new ownership,
I don't think it had nothing to do with being white, bro. Luka was a fucking star, fool. That fool won championships and MVPs before he was 18.
Max, I'm from where they make white people. Believe me, he's a great white hype dog.
You're not from Europe, fool.
From fucking Texas.
That fool was the biggest star in European basketball history, dog. Like,
No.
Who?
I want to let him finish his
At first
career.
it was Rubio. At first it was Rubio, but then Luka came and did
You
everything
talking
Rubio was
about a
supposed to
hype
do.
job? God, you reached deep in that. You talking about a hype job?
Yeah. Talk about high job for sure, right?
Yeah, no, Rubio wasn't nothing we thought he would be, but Luka was everything Rubio was supposed to be and more. The motherfucker won MVP of the whole league at like 17.
Yeah, but Rubio couldn't shoot, man. You gotta be able to shoot in the NBA, dog. Like facts.
No, I
Like
know Rubio, but I'm talking about Luka.
But he
Luka
got here and they gave it to him. They gave it to Ricky. I mean, and Ricky Rubio was running his mouth too. So
yeah,
he got here. What was he? He was what? I think he turned pro like 16, 17, something like that. And
he got
he was over
drafted
there giving
early,
it to
but he
guys
didn't
in
play.
Spain, giving it to guys in Europe. And then he got here and they were giving it like they went after Ricky Rubio, man. Then they found out he was soft. Oh my God.
Yeah. I used to love Ricky Rubio, man. Like I thought but I didn't look to him to be a scorer. I thought he was gonna be a great facilitating point guard. But didn't work out. I mean he was decent though. He just didn't live up to his hype.
No, he didn't live up to his hype. He was that's why I say he was a hype job. But anybody who makes it to the NBA, it doesn't suck.
You're a phenom. No, you're a phenom.
Yeah, he didn't suck, but he was just like they were talking about him like he was like the next John Stockton and shit. Like
exactly. Yeah,
he was the next Jason Williams, John Stockton type point
his
guard.
Highlight tape was nasty though for a while.
Yeah, until he got here, and all of a sudden these guards are 6'6", and can move with you. And it's the same thing I said about Bronny, man, in the whole situation that's going down with LeBron. I knew. I'm not gonna speak for everybody, but I think everybody shares this opinion. Like Bronny really didn't play in college because he had the heart ailment.
Yeah, he almost died.
I'm glad he's okay. He had the heart situation, so he really didn't play a lot in college. So when he got drafted, I figured he might play a couple games, and then, all right, go down to the G League. Get that moment with your pops, and then you got to go down to the G League and develop. They put him in the game against Tyrese Maxey. And Tyrese Maxey is one of the better guards in this league. And Tyrese Maxey gave it to him. I'm talking about put a lesson on Bronny. Locked him up and was giving him bucket. So we saw he wasn't ready, and that's more so what Stephen A. Smith's point was. Like, LeBron, stop this. Like, you see, like, as great as you are, you see this. You see your son ain't ready.
Never was.
Don't make us say it. Like, we see he's not ready.
And
you see he's not ready.
That's how soft Bron is, bro. That just proves the softness of LeBron James, bro. Like,
no, he can't. You
see the same shit we all see, bro.
He can't take it, man, because he's still an active player. He can't take seeing his son get abused like that. Your son
is an active player now too, so he's up for criticism. He's up
for criticism, but it's hard as a father to sit there and take that. Right? It's just because he knows.
But here's my thing: who's better to know how to take it than LeBron James, bro? Like, how have you not prepared your son and yourself for the criticism when you've been dealing with it your whole life?
He can take it about himself, but when it's your son taking it, not saying what he did was right, but I'm just giving another explanation. Like, it's hard to sit there and realize that you were wrong, because coming into the league, he told us, "Oh, Bronny's better than half the guards in this league." Oh yeah,
crazy.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So now you got to go out here and you got to guard Cade Cunningham. You got to go out here and guard Tyrese Maxey. You got to go out here and guard Jalen Green. You got to go out here and guard James Harden. Like,
and that's the thing is, Bronny don't got either one. Bronny don't got an offense or a defense. You know, if you don't got defense, if you really, really get an offense, you still got a chance.
Yeah.
But if you ain't got either one,
we're still talking about Bronny, right?
No, he's got it. He's just not ready for this level.
He'll never be ready for this level ever.
I ain't gonna say that. He's just not ready right now.
Nah,
He
never
I
be
don't
ain't.
a
even.
top.
Look.
He'll
He's.
never be a top 15 point
I don't
guard
think
at any
Bronny's an
point in his
NFL
career.
or NBA player, man. Like
No, he's not.
he's just not. I don't have a problem with him with this situation at all because I'm happy for him. His dad got him in the league, man. They had a goal, and that was that. But as far as him being a player and contributing, and I don't even want to use that star word. He's not good. I thought that pretty much his whole life, man. Every time I saw him, I was like, he all right. Like, you all right? Like, you not all that. And then I hate to go at him for being undersized. Like, man, you're a little undersized, man. Like, and then like I don't see those undersized skills to help you where you're trying to get good at.
And for being LeBron's
I've
son,
only
you
seen
got
him
no
fast.
athleticism, dog.
I've only seen him
No, he's got
like
now.
fast
Now you're
break and
going too
dunk.
far. He's got athleticism. It's just that the guards in the league also have athleticism, and they're a lot bigger and more skilled than him. Since I'm a football guy at heart, like it's the same as if a guy comes in and struggles his first 2 years in the league. It's not saying he can't play at this level. It's just he wasn't ready to start. He's not ready yet. And that's just my opinion about Bronny. He's just not ready yet, man. Give him 2 years, man. Give him 2 years to get his body right, get his skill
Hey,
level up.
you want to put $20 on that shit? Because he ain't never gonna be ready.
Oh man, I ain't gonna say that.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I said give him
he
2
ain't
years,
never gonna be
man.
ready,
what is he, DJ? He
bro.
a
Give him
shooting
10
guard, right?
years. He ain't never gonna be ready.
He a
He
shooting
what?
He
guard,
can't
right?
shoot. He can't shoot. He can't drive. He has no handles, no defense, no offense. Like, he's not even a facilitator, bro. Like, if you ain't got none of that, you could change your game to be a facilitator, dog. You could be Andre
But
Miller at least. Goddamn.
still, he
Andre
didn't get
Miller
a
6'9"
chance
though.
to develop his game. He hasn't had a chance to develop his game, man. The kid's only what, 19?
How do you? Okay, let me go there. Like,
Everybody ain't
how
ready to start day one.
when was he
Everybody's not
supposed
gonna
to
be Cade
develop?
Cunningham.
When did he have time to develop? When was he supposed to develop? When was he supposed to get it? And the reason why I pose that question is
My
because, like,
opinion,
every
he should have
time
went back to college. I think he should have went back for another year of college.
okay, all right.
I didn't think he should have came out. I thought he should have took another year in college because the year that you spent in college, you really didn't play.
Now,
Yeah,
You really didn't play, man.
let me be clear about my stance, though. As a father, if I'm LeBron, I'm doing everything LeBron did, bro. If I have the power to get my son in the league
Absolutely.
on my team and he had a heart condition and I wasn't there last time shit went bad, now I get to be with him all fucking day, every day on the road. Like, I'm doing that. Like, no problem with that. But with that is going to come criticism. You can't start snapping at people that are criticizing you, bro. Like, you gotta just take that on the chin. You did what you did. Now people are gonna do what they do, which is criticize that decision. And and you know what? It was a throwaway pick, bro. Like, fucking.
And that was gonna be my next point. Like he was picked at the bottom of the draft. Like it's the equivalent if one day Patrick Mahomes has a son and he gets drafted in the 6th round.
Yeah, Mr. Irrelevant.
Like if he gets drafted, like we're talking about a bottom 2nd round pick here, man. Like he needs time to develop.
No, but DJ, let me finish. Like, what I'm saying is the reason I asked that question because, like, man, I haven't really got the chance to see his skills, man. I've only seen him like
what skill?
fast breaking.
You'll be waiting forever.
That's it. That's all I've seen. No, like every time I ever watched him play, like he just running and dunking, man. And then like sometimes he'll pull up and shoot, but like he's got to think about it and like line it up.
He's running and
watch
dunking
some of
in
his
high
G League
school.
games. Go watch some of his G League games. He giving it to him in the G League. That's why they keep bringing him up.
I'm sure, man. I mean, in the G League, for someone like him in the G League, he can play basketball. He can just play basketball, which I think that's kind of what he wants to do, man. Like, that's the vibe I get from him.
Overseas, baby. Go overseas. He'll be a star.
So
Go to China. Go to China, dog. He'll be all right. China's the path for him right there. He'll get marketing, sponsorships. He'll be halfway decent. You know what I mean? Decent looking stats. Could probably average at least 15 a game in China.
Just saying.
Look at Hannibal. Look at Hannibal.
Just saying.
But
Fuck Bron. Fuck Bron.
I'm proud of him.
Listen, man.
Happy and proud of him, man. Like,
You know, I'm gonna say this. That G League stuff sounds cool. Bron just not ready for professional basketball, period, and never will be. It is what it is. And he needs to just create his own lane and make a life for himself. I don't care about them stats in the G League. Because there's a lot of G League players that's putting up good numbers, but if you put them in a game in the NBA, them numbers is dwindling. If you NBA ready, you NBA ready. It is what it is, man.
Never
And it's sad. It's sad that LeBron forced this onto his son, and stupid ass people think we attacking Bronny because we hating. We not hating. We just being honest. LeBron is a selfish asshole. You can tell that Bronny don't want to really play basketball. He don't look comfortable. When has he looked comfortable? Can anybody show me? Pull up a YouTube clip.
No, honestly, LeBron made it worse. Like, because LeBron, like what DJ said, when LeBron said, "Oh, he's better than half the people in the NBA," that's what put the critique on him. Now, if he would have been like, "Hey, my son's gonna be cool in a couple of years. If he gets under my wing, he can go ahead and be on the bench for a little bit. I'm gonna show him the ropes." Then I think people would be a lot more understanding because he was the last pick.
Yeah,
so he would treat him as the last pick. But you came in here like, my son ready today. My son better than half the people.
Everybody, this is the thing. Everybody gets critiqued. Even when LeVar Ball was talking that shit, did LeVar Ball cry like a bitch and say, "What are you talking about, Lonzo? Leave my son alone. I'm gonna
Bro, he was talking about his own son. He said that LaMelo would never win by himself.
Exactly. LeBron is a fucking bitch and real. That dude's a hoe. He's a hoe, man.
And LeVar broke down the reason why LaMelo would never win by himself. He said that he's never
exactly.
He said that he was only there to score and do that shit.
Exactly. So when I said that's his own son, and LeBron want to act like ain't nobody say nothing about his son. You the reason why. We would have took it easy if Bronny would have just got drafted. And we would have been like, he just not ready.
Nah, he was always gonna be LeBron James' son, and was gonna have to wear that no matter what.
No, he would have still got critiqued for maybe not being that good.
They would have still came out.
Right,
they would have still came at his dome the same way they coming at his dome now. He was always gonna be LeBron James' son.
But peep this, no other basketball player has done that shit. All these motherfuckers got sons. They're not getting critiqued crazy like that. Kenya Martin's
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
And none of them had to sit on the bench. And none of them had to sit on the bench and watch their son get fucking cooked.
Well, that's true. That's true.
None of them had to sit there and watch their son get cooked either.
Yeah, so
and that's more so where I think LeBron was coming from. Is like, I think that's where all of this frustration comes from. Like, he said what he said and put his son in that light, and now he's got to sit here and eat it while Tyrese Maxey gives his son 30. Like, he got to sit there and hold that now. And that's hard for him. He can't, it's easy to take it when it's me. But when I got to watch my son take it, I get it. I get where he's coming from. It wasn't right, but I get where he's coming from, because now your son's a professional athlete. He ain't above any other criticism that anybody else is getting. But now it's hard for him to sit there and take that. And that's what we're seeing right now.
That's why I say LeBron is just a terrible person overall. And even if that's his son and he's watching people talk bad about his son, he should be a quote unquote good father and say, "Hey, this is a part of life. Not deal with it. I'm not gonna be there to protect you."
And that was more so Stephen A's point. And that's what I was saying earlier. That was Stephen A. Smith's point. Like LeBron, like, bro, you're a basketball savant. You see this. You see it. Like, you see your son ain't ready. You see this, man. If we see it, we know you see it. Stop this. You can stop this at any point. Stop this. He ain't ready, man.
Yeah, stop the bleeding, dog. Stop the bleeding, big dog. You need to cut that in that
So,
bitch,
you
man.
know, LeBron didn't put when LeBron retires, his career gonna be diminished. I guarantee you this. I guarantee you. All of this high praise stuff is going on right now. Once he retired, it's a wrap for his career. It's a wrap.
Who over there on the forklift, nigga?
Yeah, I'm working, man. I'm a hard worker. Shit.
Bro, take that shit out of reverse, nigga. Goddamn.
Hey, Hannibal. Hey, look, I know that sound better than anybody.
He's gonna be driving around backwards for 10 minutes, dog. Come on.
Hey, sometimes it be like that, Max. especially if you like unloading a truck or something. You doing logistics and you unloading trucks.
Oh yeah. You go back and forth.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah, man. I mean, we all still trying to get to this Bud Canelo fight in September if it happens.
In Vegas?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
you
got
know
enough
I'm
notice. Yeah, you know I'm down, man. If I got enough notice, you know I'm down. September, I can probably make that happen.
Notice right now.
Yeah, money gonna be stacked up by that
We talking
time.
6 months away. You know I'm down. I ain't been to a fight in a while, man.
Me either, but that's the one I want to go to, bro. That'll
Did
be
you come
one
to the
where
last fight we was at? You was at the Haney fight with
Haney?
us?
Nah, he did it.
Oh, he won there? I bet.
He didn't make it.
Bro, I think the last fight I was at was Jesus. What was it? It was a fight card in Atlanta. It was at Baumgartner card. It was the Alicia Baumgartner card when she fought late last year. I think that was the last fight card I went to.
DJ was in the crowd touching himself.
Hey, look! I just want your shorts. Can I have your shorts after the fight? Can I have them? Nah, I don't mean your trunks. I mean the shorts that you wore under the trunks. I need them.
Yeah, that's the case. That's the case, DJ.
How's that a case? I asked nicely.
What a Southern gentleman.
Just like the Top Rank ring girls, you know. Hey, let me get them shorts when you're done with them.
Some pH, unbalanced pH in that shit, bro.
Maybe not.
Only one way to find out.
Only one way to find out.
Hey, you think we're really getting John Jones Aspinall? You think that's really gonna happen?
Absolutely. Dana White said it's 100% happening, and I think it's gonna happen 4th of July weekend.
Damn. Oh, fight week, International Fight Week.
Yeah, International Fight Week. I think that's when it's happening. Just like I think we're gonna get the Ankalaev and Pereira rematch in June.
Hey, they better Pereira better do something different, bro, because that was not a good performance, dog.
I just think he had the yips, man. I think that was a night where he didn't feel it. You know, we've heard fighters, whether it's boxing or MMA or kickboxing, you know, some days when you making that ring walk, and Donald Cerrone had possibly the best take on. He was like, some days when you just in the locker room warming up and you just like, oh, can we do this shit tomorrow? Like I don't feel it today, man. But you still got to go out there and fight. And I think that might have been the case. because he fought differently than we've ever seen him fight. He never fights off the back foot like that, not the whole fight. So I
But
think
he
we'll
was
see.
worried about the takedown. He very rarely even
And
fights
he
wrestlers.
stopped all of them, which was crazy. He stopped all of them. I think people really underestimated his takedown defense. So,
But
you know,
it's unfortunate for him to have that good takedown defense. He has to be on the back foot. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can't be on the front foot and defend like that because his balance is going to be off.
but we also saw him chewing up that leg. So, you know, a couple minor.
Hey, you already know.
adjustments,
You know me, DJ. I do not believe anybody wins fights by leg kicks, dog. Unless you can incapacitate the leg.
Part of the body, ain't it?
And we ain't doing this Israel Adesanya or Carlos Condon bullshit. Nah.
Or Volkanovski and Max Holloway won.
Yeah, that bullshit. Fuck that.
It's frustrating to watch, but I get it. It's not what you want to see, but he was chewing up that leg, man, and that's when Ankalaev really started shooting. He wasn't really doing any damage when he got him in the clinch, but he really started shooting because you saw him switch stances a few times. But Hayter was chewing up that leg, man. He just didn't. He kept waiting, and you kept hearing his coach tell him. I forgot how you pronounce his name, but he kept telling him, "Stop waiting on him. Stop waiting on him. Stop waiting on him. Just go. Stop waiting on him. You keep waiting on him, and he's waiting on you. Stop waiting on him. Be the aggressor. Be the aggressor." And it's just Poatan never put his foot on the gas in that fight. And that's why I said, to me, that was a tough fight to score because nobody really took over the fight. Nobody really had a dominant round outside of round 2 for Ankalaev, who hurt Poatan in that fight. He hurt him in round 2. But other than that, nobody ever had a definitive moment in that fight. Nobody ever took over a round in that fight. That's why that fight was hard to score for me. So I gave Pereira 1, 3, and 5. But once I heard that 49-46, I was like, yeah, it's a wrap. I was like, Pereira lost this one. But, you know, a lot of people say UFC is hard to watch now because they what's up, Pittsburgh?
My guy.
Kyle on twice in a week. What's up, Pittsburgh? But yeah, man, it's the sport has a lack of stars right now, and I've been telling people, well, that's what happens when you have to fight the best. Nobody has long title reigns anymore. And not only is everybody fighting the best, they're active. You look at Poatan, for example. This is like his 5th fight in 18 months. That is crazy. And all of them have been against killers. He fought Khalil Roundtree. He fought Yuri Prochazka twice. He fought Ankalaev, fought Jamal Hill. Like, he's fought killers in this past year and a half. And 2 of those guys are former champions. So we'll see moving forward, man. Personally, I go for a rematch, but you see it in Ankalaev now talking about he wants to fight Yuri Prochazka now. So we'll see how everything unfolds and plays out. Anybody
to answer Pittsburgh question? He said, anybody excited to see Roach Stank Part 2, or is it just something to see in your opinion? For me, I'm excited because I cannot wait, and I told people I'm willing to take bets. All of a sudden, everybody's stuck in Lamont Roach's dick talking about he's this and that. Let's see it. Let's see if it was just a bad day in the office for Tank and a good day in the office for Roach, or if Roach is really that guy. I'm not convinced Roach is really that
Roach
guy.
got robbed, and I'm
lost you, DJ.
5. But they should have called it, but they didn't call the knockdown. We can't go by what they should have done. We got to go by what they did. They didn't call it a knockdown. I had Tank winning 7-5. So I want to see a rematch just to get rid of any doubt as to who won that fight. And I think it's the simple situation of Corey Spinks and Zab Judah all over again. We all saw, I don't know if a lot of people remember what happened with Corey Spinks and Zab Judah, but Corey Spinks beat Zab Judah, and Zab Judah was an overwhelming favorite in that first fight. Second fight, Zab Judah came back and stopped him in the 9th round. So I think we need a definitive answer on who won that fight, and I think we'll get it if they fight a second time. And then I want to see Tank fight Shakur at the end of the year. Personally, that's what I want to see.
Now, I'm a big Tank fan. I won't go as far as think that Tank will stop Roach because Roach does look like he has a good chin. But I got Tank winning decisively on the next one, the next go round. And look, I had Tank 8-4. So even with the knee, I still had Tank winning if they would have counted the knee. But I do understand I had about 3 or 4 swing rounds where I could understand it going to Roach because there were just not that much activity or whatnot. So, but I think Tank, this gives Tank a little more fire that he didn't have. But I also think that Tank is close to on his way out, bro. I think his mentality about fighting has changed. I think having a kid, you know, I mean, kids will do that to you, man. Anybody that got kids, you can't act like that shit don't take a change your mental about certain things, especially life in general and being around long enough. But you know, I think Roach gonna get his ass with the next fight. I don't think it's gonna be close. You know, we'll see.
Agreed. And I think a lot of people took what he said, you know, leading up to the Roach fight the wrong way. I looked at it as a father. Like, I get what he's saying. Like, in order to be the man I need to be for my daughters, I need to go to therapy. And if I go to therapy, I'm not going to want to fight anymore. It's going to take that fight out of me. And what you're saying, Mex, we kind of agree on that point. Is like, I think he's at the point to where not only is he comfortable in life, but he's at the point where he's getting to the point where I really don't want to fight no more, man. Like, I don't feel like I have anything to prove, which is why I think he needs that. Even though he's beaten Hall of Famers, right? I think Leo Santa Cruz is a Hall of Famer. Mario Barrios, that win is aging very well for Tank Davis. I think he's had good wins. It's just he doesn't have that ultimate dance partner that could push him. And we saw a glimpse of that with Roach. And it was like, see, this is what we've been wanting to see from Tank. We have this thing with fighting, period. We want to see our some of our favorite fighters, some of the top guys, we want to see them struggle at least once. You can't walk through everybody. Somebody's going to make you have to fight at least one time in your career. And I think that's where we're at with Tank Davis and where we've been with him for like the past at least 4 years. I think we're at the point now where we want to see him struggle. At least struggle in a fight. At least struggle, get cut up, and have to come back and win a fight. And we hear that a lot with Shakur, and we're starting to hear it now with Keyshawn, and a lot of and we're hearing it, and we heard it with Boots, and we want to see these guys have to struggle and grit through a win at least once. Oh, it's my phone.
I mean, I'm down with that, but I'm also like Tank retiring right now. I don't know about like the career wise, right? Because I've always had faith that he's gonna end up fighting these guys. And now it don't look like he's going to be fighting them guys, dog. Like, the time is past, the opportunity is past. With everybody moving up to 147, you know what I'm saying? He's not moving up to 147. And I don't know. And then if they catch weighted, right, if he says, you know what, fuck that. You guys are moving 147, fight me. If he says, Devin, fight me, right? If he says, Tio, fight me. But they're going to fight at 140, then what's going to be the narrative? Oh, he had to suck him down to 140 and he drained them and the win's not credible. You know what I mean? Like that opportunity where they were all in the same division in their primes with no problem making weight, the opportunity is gone. So it's either he's gonna have to move up with no rehydration clause or no nothing like that and beat these guys, or it's gonna be an asterisk where people are gonna have a reason to complain.
And I feel like they're gonna do that regardless, Mex. Even if he goes back and knocks out Lamont Roach, even though people feel like Lamont Roach beat him the first time. Oh, well, he just beat a 130 pounder. And if he beats Keyshawn, Keyshawn was young, he was green, he didn't, he wasn't ready for the fight. He was green, he was too early. If he goes and knocks out Shakur Stevenson or beats Shakur Stevenson, oh well, Shakur was overrated. Who did Shakur really beat? He was overrated. He got exposed. It's Devin. Well, we knew Devin didn't have a chin anyway, and he waited too late to fight him. So it's gonna be, especially with Lomachenko, the fight that he really wanted, because I think that also played a part into this fight with Lamont Roach. I think it was hard for him to get up for Lamont Roach because he really wanted Lomachenko. He really wanted these other guys, and people forgetting they're acting like he just picked Lamont Roach over them. When he was trying to make a fight, all of these guys were either injured or already had fights. So I think no matter what, people have made their mind up about Gervonta Davis because he didn't fight Lomachenko 7-8 years ago, even though Lomachenko came out and made the same side of the street argument as everybody else. His manager and himself both said we're exclusively signed to Top Rank and ESPN. We can't go over there and make that fight.
I think Mayweather had a lot to do with that too. You know what I'm saying? I can't give Tank the full excuse because Mayweather was saying he wasn't ready. And then Mayweather, when Tank fought, what's the dude, Celius or whatever, Kulius or whatever, I don't know what the fuck that fool's name was. When he fought him, Mayweather was, Cuevas, there you go. When he fought him, Mayweather said the next fight is against Lomachenko. We're already in talks with Top Rank, and it never happened. So but at the same time, I'd rather Tank fight the dudes and deal with the criticism of beating them for whatever excuse people want to use because they're Tank haters, than not fight them at all. Right? The same argument I used when it came to Bud and Spence with the whole Bob Arum lowballed all the PBC fighters. I'll take a low ball over a no ball. You know what I'm saying? Like at some point, there's going to be criticism. You have to accept it, but it's better than just not doing it at all. Like, fuck it. Who cares if everybody makes an excuse? Like, go fight these motherfuckers. Tank, you only got a couple years left. I'll say Tank got maybe two, maximum 3 years left, and that's it.
100% agree with you. I'm always, we say in the boxing section, put his ass in there. Put him in there, man. Let's see what happens. You never know what happens it's a fist fight, man. We never know what's gonna happen. But I just going by the trend of all of his opponents.
Hold on. Let me throw this in there real quick, DJ. Especially when all three of these guys have a good chance of losing. Barboza can beat Tio. Ramirez can beat Devin Haney if he catches him. I think Haney outboxes him. And Rolly can catch and beat Ryan if he catches him. These are fights that they can lose. They're not guaranteed to win these next fights. So if all three of these guys lose, I mean, he were to beat Ryan, so whatever. But if Haney and Tio lose, and then he fights them after they lose and beats them, there's gonna be they already lost. We already seen Barboza beat this guy. We already seen Ramirez beat. You know what I mean? Like, and it just diminishes his win. He should have fought him when they were undefeated in their prime.
Agreed, but we know that's not how boxing works, man. And also, we quickly forgot how Devin Haney was chasing Lomachenko and Teofimo for 3 years. He really wasn't pursuing that Tank fight. He wanted to be undisputed. That was his goal. He wanted to be undisputed at 135. He chased Loma. He wanted to fight with Lomachenko, put himself in a position to get that fight with Lomachenko. Bob Arum told him, too bad you signed with the wrong promoter. You're not going to get the fight now. And then T.O. did the whole Triller thing. Once he beat Lomachenko, got out the WBC tournament to fight for the IBF belt, got the Lomachenko fight, fought Lomachenko, then did the whole Triller purse bid thing. Remember that whole situation where T.O. ended up not fighting for almost a year behind that? We got J-Lo. I remember all of this. Those guys were constantly trying to figure out who was undisputed at 135. They wanted to go for undisputed. Tank has always said, I don't care about these belts. I don't care about the belts. Whatever makes sense business wise, that's what I'm doing. So it's easy to say, well, he should have fought them then. He should have fought them. He should have did this. And I agree. I'm a boxing fan. I wanted to see the fights. But at the same time, they weren't breathing down his neck for these fights. They were running after those belts. So, and as much as Tio and Devin chased each other, they still hadn't fought for whatever reason. And it's interesting that you brought that up because I brought this up on somebody else's channel. It's like, it's crazy that the two guys Tank knocked out are headlining a welterweight card. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's
But
crazy.
anyway, my wife's called me twice, man. I gotta call her back and see what she want, man. It's always
all
good
good.
talking to you, Max. It's always good chopping it up with everybody.
Always, man. You said Canelo vs. Skull has been postponed. Is that real? Is this real? Is this breaking news? I'm not a big Tank fan, but he's active. He gets a lot of credit in my eyes for that. No 1-2 years. Hey, that's true. Only layoff he really had was jail. You know what I'm saying? He is active. But I really need him to fight these guys, man. He's 30 years old. I've been defending him since he was 23, bro. Like, when I was just like, oh, give him some time, or he's going to fight these guys. I know he'll fight these guys. And he still ain't did it yet, bro. Like, that's my only thing. Like, he can still be my favorite fighter, but I need him to do that because it's getting hard to defend him on why these fights ain't happening. He is the A side. He is the money. He is the bag. So he's got to make it happen. And on top of that, he has someone that's willing to pay for whatever he wants, which is Turkey. Turkey's ready to throw whatever bag the Tank wants. You know what I'm saying? However much you want, Tank. But you're going to have to fight someone. You're going to have to fight Shakur, Haney, or somebody. You know what I'm saying? And it seems like Tank is kind of open to doing business with Turkey, so it's still a possibility. But the time is ticking, man, and Father Time is undefeated. You know what I'm saying? Time is ticking, dog, and you're 30 already. I don't see him going no more than 3 years. No more than 3 years, which is what, maybe 6 fights total, maybe 5. You know what I'm saying? DJ just got off because his wife was calling him, and she back to back called him. So he got to go. But you came a little late today. Zryo, I think I pronounced it right. Zryo. But Tank is still the A side of everything he negotiates right now. Even with the Lamont Roach shit, it was a close fight. Like I said, I had an 8-4, but I could see somebody having it 7-5, Lamont. And I think that Tank fucking destroys him in the rematch. Honestly, I don't even want to see the fucking rematch. I'd rather see Tank fight some of these people we're talking about. I mean, like, if someone told me, what would you rather see, Tank and Shakur or a rematch of Roach? Tank and Shakur. Would you rather see Tank and Haney, rematch of Roach? Tank and Haney. Tank and Tio, rematch of Roach? Tank and Tio. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather see those fights. If I would even say this, and this might be a little more of a stretch, but I'm talking about from entertainment wise. If Ryan Garcia goes in there and just makes a viral knockout of Rolly, and I know Rolly's not the top skill competitor, I'm not saying he is, but if it's something viral where it's like, oh shit, did you guys, like, where you're texting your homies like, yo, did you just see what Ryan did right now? If it's one of those things, I'd rather see a Ryan rematch than a fucking Roach rematch. And last but not least, on some circus shit, if Jake Paul wants to line it up with Tank, I'd rather see Jake Paul and Tank than a Roach rematch. Now, outside of those fights I named, Roach will come in after that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna put anything else above him on that. So I will say that much. Unless Tank is gonna move up and try to get one of these belts. Actually, let's say Barboza beats Tio. If Tank wanted to move up and fight Barboza for belts, I'm not mad at that over a Roach rematch. I think there's plenty of other interesting fights out there besides Roach rematch, as far as an immediate Roach rematch. Now, if Tank moves on and says fights any of those fights I named, and then that means that Roach has to go fight a different fight, right? And then say Roach fights another, good fight, like against a top competitor, maybe one of the other names that ain't fighting Tank, and he beats them. then line that rematch up, because now it's like he had a draw with Tank and he beat Haney, or he beat Ryan, or he beat Tio also, you know what I mean? And now it's looking like, oh yeah, Roach ain't a fluke. Then I think that rematch has a little more steam on it, and you know, or even if they beat two people, you know, if Tank goes out there and beats Haney and Tio like in two fights, you know what I'm saying, which is about a year worth of time, and then Roach goes out there and he beats Shakur and Loma or some shit like that, then you're like, oh shit, they got a rematch now. There's no one left. You know what I mean? They got to go get it. You know what I'm saying? And then that'll be like a big rematch. But an immediate rematch, you gonna tell me that all I'm gonna see for 2025 from Tank is Tank and Roach, Tank and Roach? I'm cool, bro. I'm cool. You know, but invite Lo the female. I don't think she's acting right now. She's probably at work, man. Shout out to Lo though, man. You know, shout out to everybody from the gang, really. You know, Des, Taj, you know, RIP my nigga Coop forever. You know, Kyle, Combo, Low, Killer. You feel me? Shout out to the whole gang, man. I know we haven't been on live or chopping it up as much as we used to, but the love is never gone. You know what I'm saying? But losing Coop definitely did something to the group. He was definitely the glue behind everything, and he'll be forever missed and never forgotten. You feel me? And it is that's just the facts of the matter. You know what I'm saying? So matter of fact, I always got him on my girl dad hat. Anytime I wear this hat, anywhere I go, this pin has not come off since his passing. Not one day. Where's Southpaw? I don't know. Probably being a bitch somewhere. No, you know Southpaw, bitch. But you know, Tank got options, dog, and I don't think he should put all his eggs into the Lamont Roach basket. But if he does, let's just do it and get it over with, bro. Have that shit like next month. You know what I'm saying? Let's just go ahead and beat him real quick so we can get another fight before the end of the year that actually matters. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I think that Lamont Roach fought one of the best fights of his life at the time he needed to, and Tank was about a C-level fighter that night for whatever reasons there might be with that. And one other thing I'll bring up, and it's unfortunate I don't have no one to talk to about it because I don't know what's going on, but I feel like it's a big story that hasn't gotten much attention, is El Rayo and Benavides Sr. There's some beef there, and it has not been announced as to what the beef is. Rayo has said he lost all respect for Senior. Rayo has said that Senior is a liar. Senior sitting here acting like he don't know what the issue is. I'll be trying to keep my eye on that and see if anything comes out. But I think it's interesting. I haven't seen any of these boxing channels cover this. And here's the thing: I barely found out about it, and he said all this before the Antoine Russell fight. So I'm not one to make excuses in any kind of way, but could that have played a part in him looking so off in that fight? Because Rayo got whooped, you know what I'm saying, from pillar to post. So, and it was uncharacteristic because even in fights he's lost, he's always fought back and been a fighter, you know. So I'm kind of like wondering if what was going on. Is there something going on? You know, is there a lawsuit? Is there like some real drama? Because he said he lost all respect for Senior, and that Senior is a liar, but he still got love for Junior. He still got love for David Benavidez Jr. He hasn't said anything bad about him, but he definitely ain't fucking with Senior. So I'm kind of wondering what's going on with that. I'm gonna bring it up. You know, I'm gonna be on different people's podcasts. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy Right Side. Shout out to Mark Nash, KO. You know, Reggie O. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people in the space. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all y'all. You know, I'm always popping up when I can. When I see someone going live, I get that notification. I'm trying to pop on real quick. So, you know, shout out to everybody doing their thing, man. At the end of the day, you know, we all Americans. We all trying to live our life the way we see fit, whether other people agree with it or not. You know what I'm saying? Find your purpose, find your peace, and continue that shit. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get off here. It's been about an hour 45, almost 2. Big shout out to everybody in the chat, you know, dropping the comments, talking their shit, you know what I'm saying, staying in tune. Shout out to everybody that pulled up today, even if it was for a little bit. You know, my guy Hannibal, DJ, Steph, Kev. I know a lot of these motherfuckers got work and shit, but they still find time to pop on. And anyone else out there, if y'all ain't been on the panel yet, the link is usually always in the chat. If you ever need it, just, make a comment. I'll drop the link. As long as you ain't showing no dicks and shit, get up on here. Speak your piece. You know what I'm saying? We are a free speech, open platform. We just don't deal with disrespect of people outside the person you're talking to. You feel me? Like, if you're talking to someone on the panel, you can call them all kinds of bitches and cowards and retards and whatever you want, but keep it on them. Don't talk about children. Talk about family members, dead friends, any shit like that. We ain't with that. No racist shit. Nothing like that. But, hey, speak your piece, bro. Like, no matter how outlandish it may be, speak it. Because best believe I done said some crazy shit. Hannibal says everybody on here has had a crazy take that nobody's agreed with. So this is not an echo chamber. This is not like a lot of other channels where you're only allowed to praise one fighter. If you talk bad against them, you get over-talked and get kicked off the panel. And nah, we ain't doing that shit over here, bro. We don't do that shit over here. It's a freedom of speech platform. Speak what you want to speak. Speak your truth. Speak what you think is true. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we all about. You know what I'm saying? So in the wise words of Lil E, I want y'all to breathe air, live life. It's always a treat players meet. Thank you for pulling up to the boxing section. You know what I'm saying? And my guy Kyle will be back soon, but he worked a lot of fucking jobs. So you know what I'm saying? With that being said, we out.
The roots, he let the beats build, bitch. And we never switch. Even if I'm rich, I'll be broke like I'm Mitch. Niggas talking down, but that's headed in the wrong direction. But I knock that shit out like the boxing section. Cause